everyone, I'm Pam, and I wanted to share our story on our fruit trees, our disappearing blueberry bush, the strawberry garden, and the blackberry bushes that we had. In 2016, we had brought home 2 goats. They were 8 weeks old. They're BB-8 and Yoshi, our buck and wether. And it was such an exciting time because we also started planting the fruit trees. We planted a peach tree, a plum tree, pear, and then we had 3 fig trees that were doing pretty good. We had a 4th one, but that one didn't take and it died, so we just had 3. So all was going well. We had the goats. We let the goats free range, going around the yard and stuff. Just everything seemed like it was going so well, and the trees were doing great as well. Well, come 2017, we ended up putting in a strawberry garden, and we put down 2 blueberry bushes, and we also put down several blackberry bushes. So we were getting our gardening on. So the strawberry garden that we actually had like a fence around it. It was by our house, and we put a fence up. It wasn't a chain link fence, it was made of some type of green plastic material. I'm not sure what it's called. And then we used these big plastic stakes that we put in the ground. I want to say the stakes were at least a few feet tall, maybe even a little taller than that from what I remember. And so everything was going great, but we did have the problems with the chickens jumping into the strawberry garden. They would jump in there and they were actually eating the leaves. So things kind of went a little bit bad in 2017. So not only did we have the chickens jumping in there and eating the leaves off the strawberry plants, we had the goats would like to rub up against the fence. But the only problem is that when they put their weight on the fence, it broke some of the poles and they fell into the garden. Well, garden ended up not lasting very long. Because when they figure out and they're all walking in there, all the plants got smushed. So that was awful. Our fruit trees did not make it. We didn't know any better when we had gotten the goats. We just thought, okay, we can do all this. And I had read, goats will eat your trees and they'll take all the bark off and da 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 da. Well, we didn't see any of that. 2016, we didn't see any of that. The beginning of 2017, we didn't see any of that. But we did catch BB-8 rubbing his face on the tree and his horns. And yeah, so pretty much the trees kind of went down one by one. Our boys were also into soccer during that time, and one of them kicked the soccer ball into the fig tree, one of the fig trees that we had, and it broke off a large branch of it. So all these trees are still kind of small and still growing because we had just planted them the year before. So we lost that fig tree. We had 2 more, and ended up the goats just trampled on them or knocked them out. I'm not sure exactly what had happened, but yeah. The peach tree lasted until, I want to say 2018, and then it ended up breaking. I tried putting up a barricade around the trees, but it just didn't work. During this time, I didn't have the blog or the YouTube channel, so I didn't document any of this stuff, but it's something that we definitely had learned. So now we don't have any more fruit trees in the back. They're all gone. And also, we had planted 2 blueberry bushes. And one day I went out there and one of the bushes was gone. I can't say for 100% sure that it was the goat that had ripped it up, but I'm sure that's what had happened, is that the goat ripped it up. Because it was a big bush. I can't really show you like the size of it, but it was humongous. Or, maybe not like huge, but anyways, it was gone. And and then the other one went missing too. So I'm pretty sure it was the goats. I didn't see them do it, so I can't say it was, but after the tree incident and then the bushes disappear, I can't help but think it was the goats. We did plant blackberry bushes, but the goats ended up eating those too, so those are gone. But I was looking back there the other day and it looked like there was something that resembled some blackberry bushes, but I'm not sure if it is or not. So yeah, we learned a very hard lesson. If you have goats or animals, it's best to put up like a large fence, like chain link fence or a really tall fence to keep them out. I wish that we had done that, but we didn't. So it's what we learned. Never had goats before. We never had fruit trees. Those were the first. We do have a fruit tree that we have planted, which you might have seen it, or you might see it now. Where's Waldo? You can see it in the video. Where is it? It's right there. A fig tree that I planted in 2017 after all my other ones died. I was up at Tractor Supply, I want to say it was like September, and they had all their gardening stuff 50% off or 75% off. I can't remember exactly. And I was like, gosh, I really would love to have a fig tree. My grandparents had a fig tree in their alley, and we used to pick figs, and that was always such a wonderful memory, and I absolutely love figs. So I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and I'll grab one, and I'm going to put it in a pot. So when I bought the tree from Tractor Supply, it wasn't like an actual tree. It was like in a cardboard box. I'm gonna say the cardboard box was like that big. And then out of it was just a stick. This is what the fig tree looked like when I bought it. I didn't really have high hopes for it. Like I said, I wasn't doing blogging or the YouTube, so I didn't document it. I don't even think I planted the tree until the next spring, until 2018. So I went and I got a huge pot for it, and I planted it, and that's how it's been. So the goats haven't touched it. We've had a chicken bite off a piece of stick, like when it looked like this in the pot, and it had like another little branch like this way. So that's the only damage it's received. None of the animals have touched it this year or last year, so it's been good. Every year it's been growing up, but during the winter time it dies down. It's a Chicago fig, if you were wondering. I have no idea what these taste like, and when I was looking around at different figs, because we had the other fig trees that I had, two of them I don't know what they were, because we had gotten those from the people that we got BB-8 from. They actually gave us sticks, and we cut it and we put it into like our growth powder, and we put them on the ground. One took, but one didn't. And the other ones, I can't remember what they were called. I think one was Celestial, and the other one was a mahogany, I think. Don't hold me to that because I'm not sure, but I do know this one is a Chicago fig. So there are tons of figs. I'm not sure if it's sweet or not. Anyways, so let's go take a look at my fig tree. So here's my fig tree. It's doing pretty good, I want to say. I don't know if we're going to be getting figs this year. I see something right there, but I don't know if that's just another leaf. So I'm not sure. It doesn't really look like the bugs have been touching it too much. So I just put in like this big pot. I'm hoping that when we move I can take it with me. That's the reason why also I put in the pot. And also it's up here on the front deck, so it's hidden from the goats. That's why it's done so well. So I'm really proud of it. So that's our fig tree, and that's what happened to all of our fruit trees, the disappearing blueberry bush, and our strawberry garden. So we'll try again with the trees, but probably at our next property, or unless we plant some more in pots, which I think I'm aiming to do since we have that greenhouse. But we found out that the goats have been going into the greenhouse. We've caught them red-handed in the greenhouse, or red-hoofed if you want to say. So thank you guys so much for watching, and maybe hopefully this might help you out and convince you to fence in your own trees if you are going to plant any and you have animals. The goats aren't the only ones. The chickens will eat the leaves too, so I would just be careful with that. So hopefully you found this video interesting and it helped you out, and we'll see you next time. Bye!